Sandbag carry. This is a great glute exercise. A lot of people take this and they get a little afraid about it because they're carrying a heavy object out in front and they're worried about their lower back kind of taking over and getting pretty spicy. So a good way to stay away from that is breathing through your nose and into your diaphragm. So actually breathing into the bag, making your belly as big as possible as you go on that walk, however far it may be. A couple key points to take away: making sure your shoulders stay away from your ears, activate your chest, and again, breathe into your diaphragm, into your belly. Now what we want to do is take the weight of the sandbag and actually hand it over to our hips. So how we're going to do that is, as soon as I pick it up, I'm going to get a tiny little bit of a squat. And I'm going to keep that height, that shoulder height, the entire time I go walking. So I'm not going to go walk and then stand up. When you do that, typically you might start to overextend in the lower back position, and that's where it gets a little spicy. That flexion and extension of your lower lumbar is when the lower back takes over and gets really spicy, and then you walk around like this all day. You don't want that. So breathe into your belly, staying a little bit of a squat and a tiny, tiny little bit of a hinge. Now it's going to turn into a glute exercise if you maintain all the tension in the right places. I'm going to keep my butt nice and high to pick this weight up, bury my hands underneath it, and bring it up to my lap, get a big bear hug, and stand it up. Now I'm going to compress my chest inward by squeezing my elbows in, set my knees, set my hips, a tiny little bit of a squat, and just a hair of a hinge, just slightly. So now my shoulders are over my midfoot. And as I walk, heel to toe, short steps, I'm breathing into the bag, making my belly as big as I can. And I'm already feeling it in my glutes. This sandbag is not that heavy for me. Now notice the lat muscle underneath my arm is pretty turned on, and that's just connected with my chest. So squeeze those muscles as hard as you can the entire time you go on that walk.